So it's these kind of documentaries, especially on Netflix. There's not that many vegan documentaries on Netflix, but boy, it really does seem to pull the heartstrings of people who are really very, very ignorant of the facts about nutrition as well as agriculture. So I'd like to read a couple of comments and just look through the mindset of people that really get caught and duped with these kind of these lies. So let's check it out. I must admit that it really is upsetting. I'd like to lie to you and say that I'm above being triggered, but it really is upsetting because I truly do care about people's health. Now, I would be less bothered if it was just a personal choice. I'd say, you know what, they're wrong. They're going to do veganism for a while. They're going to start getting sick. They're not going to look healthy. They're not going to feel good. And they'll eventually come back to their senses and return to reality and sanity. However, the problem is that this has become a global movement. This is a global deception, deceiving the population, big corporations, literally lies, scientific, scholarly lies, and then the media just putting a platform to these lies. So it is upsetting when globalists are now saying, no, you know what? It's not about choice anymore. Meat is about to be squashed. You ain't going to eat meat. It's going to be so expensive that it's not about your decision. We're going to economically decide you're not eating meat anymore. So it was Omar and his comment that really, happened to catch my eye. Omar writes, as a heavy meat eater, this document, which he probably meant documentary, this piece of art made me rethink my diet. Thank you. So after, let's just go through all of the comments. So the first vegan says, good for you. Remember that meat is higher in calories. So if you need to eat bigger portions to feel full, that's fine. Rachel Amma has a great video on making veganism easy. No, the reason that you're constantly hungry and that you have to eat large amounts of plant material and you have to poop 12 times a day. Now that's hyperbole, that's an exaggeration, but yeah, you do have to poop a lot. You're getting all of this fiber, very, very low amounts of nutrients, the nutrients that they claim is there. There's a whole question about bioavailability and absorption, and these things can vary also between individuals. Dave Reynolds says, start with cutting out all beef and fish. The other stuff will come as phase 2 and 3. I didn't realize there's literally, phases of veganism here. I mean, there is end stage veganism, but these are various phases of transitioning from eating what you're supposed to eating what you're not supposed to. Phase 2 and 3, I gotta repeat it just in one shot. Start with cutting out all beef and fish. The other stuff will come as phase 2 and 3 in your incredible journey of redemption. Talk about a lot of people who claim that veganism is a worldview and basically a religion, or I'd go as far as to say a cult, right? It kind of shows this person's cult-like vocabulary where it says an incredible journey of redemption. Because unless you're vegan, you are not redeemed. Next person says, if it helps by no longer eating foods from or made by animals, you are helping your health immensely. Omar gets influenced by that and ends up saying, "Hello guys, an update. I stopped ordering junk food." Okay, great. "And started to eat fruits regularly. Thank you for the support." LK says, "Yes, stop eating beef!" Exclamation mark. "I study aging and why men and women get diseases easily early in life is lack of exercise and poor diet." Okay, makes sense, but they're implying that veganism is the only diet and that every other diet incorporating in certain amounts of the animal food, an omnivorous diet, is a poor diet. South Florida says, "Yo, mushrooms, lion's mane, and oysters are delicious. Vegetarianism is easy." I've been off meat for 5 years or more now and feel way better health-wise. Just seasoned vegetables like you would your meat. Oftentimes when I get home late, I just take some mushrooms, onions, and pepper seasoned in chipotle garlic. Of course, you have to air fry it. You wouldn't want to use, animal fats, saturated animal fats to fry it, to saute anything. Air fry it, then stick it in a toasted, soft taco shell, because that's not processed at all. Or a crunch wrap, not processed at all. I eat way bigger portions now, but at least I'm not stressing trying to diet to maintain a healthy lifestyle and weight. F fake meat. Okay, at least he agrees with fake meat, but doesn't realize that, toasted taco shells and crunch wrap are a bunch of wheat, soybean, and vegetable oil and carbs. And they take 2 weeks to grow, blah, blah, blah. So this is where I torture myself by stepping in. Don't fall for it. Read Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. Find out what healthy cultures in the early 20th century ate and how they did not have modern diseases. They all ate animal foods. Look up the Maasai from Kenya, what they ate. Here's some wisdom from Andre. Meat was largely eaten by hunters and gatherers. Once agriculture comes into the picture, the need to eat meat is no longer necessary. Only in a stable society can they properly pay attention to agriculture. Eating meat is usually more done as a means for survival when you're not able to farm. Today, however, most farming practices, but especially the meat industry, involves a lot of unpleasant processes that is not at all the meat that was eaten 100 years ago in the past. J is for Jesse says, "Yeah, we have been buying our salmon from Walmart the last 3 years knowing it was farm raised, but I didn't know how bad farm raising really is." Yeah, I agree somewhat with the salmon farming. We have sent the video to everyone we love so they are aware of this. It's a huge eye-opener. Omar gives us an update. "Hello guys, I have a new update. I decided to be on a balanced diet, not a vegan radical or a meat radical. My meals now have 70-30 ratio between veggies and meat. I feel going all for one side is stupid and unhealthy. Only buy meat from trusted sources, not greedy corporations. Hope you'll stay healthy." Well, you know what? I think that's quite reasonable, Omar. I said, "I do keto carnivore, but add some vegetables once in a while. I eat mostly beef, eggs, cheese, but eat all animal sources. An omnivorous diet is perfect as long as it's not totally vegan. Vegetarianism has many nutrients missing or in very small quantities. Good luck, God bless." But J76 says, "Make you get your B12 in and other supplements and you're golden." Of course, because a whole food, plant-based diet requires B12 supplementation and other supplements, and then you're golden. I said, Yeah, I guess the grass-fed cow from my local farmer, which feeds my family for 1 year, is garbage. And the 13 chickens I take care of for eggs. The wild animals that die from plant agriculture are myths. All these chemicals like glyphosate, pesticides, etc., are awesome to be eating with every meal. The meat isn't what it was 100 years ago, but all the GMO plants and vegetables that don't even occur naturally don't apply. Maybe look up phytates, lectins, anti-nutrients, hormone disruptors, and other phytochemicals found in plants. The problem is that there's so much information that you can say that people are not aware of, and especially when you're not on your computer and you're trying to text this damn stuff on your phone, it's just too much and too long and so much, it is in a way a waste of time. How many people are literally going to really look at those comments? You usually make a comment, and the only comments that you respond to are the ones that come up in your feeds, because then after you get dragged into responding to all the negativity, and you just fall into this trigger mode, which I promise myself I should never do and always end up freaking doing. God bless, guys. Had to vent. See you soon.